Go for 200.
Welcome back, you crazy gun nuts. Today we're taking a look at this Anderson 300 Blackout upper. I've been wanting to dabble with 300 Blackout for a while. I didn't have a can. We finally got a couple cans. I think we have like 7 of them now. I got 4, my wife has 3. And we've gotten all those in the last 2 months. And I am so excited with how well this thing runs. I've got it tuned in pretty good. I did have a heavy buffer in it because this lower was on a 10.5-inch AR. I don't run that anymore. So the lower was just kind of, sitting by itself. So I was like, I want to put a 300 Blackout upper on that and work up a load. So did a bit of load development on it, and ended up sticking with 11.5 grains of CFE black and a 220 grain Berry's Spire Point bullet. And so far the results have been great. It's been pretty awesome. I started off at 10 grains because the starting load was around 10. So I started at 10, I worked my way up. At 11.5 grains, I got right at 1,000 feet per second out of a 7.5-inch barrel. And that's about where I wanted it at, just in case there's any variations in humidity and temperature. I didn't want the round to be supersonic at all. So I figured 1,000 feet per second was perfect. The barrel on this is threaded 5/8 24, which takes basically any 24, it takes any 30 cal can or 45 multi-cal can, which I have 2 of those. I got this Bushwhacker 46 on it. I've also ran it with my Liberty Cosmic. This seems to be a little bit quieter than the Liberty Cosmic. That's why it's still on here for now. I usually run this on my Tavor 7. That's pretty much where it lives at, but I put it on here just because I wanted to play with 300 black. And so far I've been extremely pleased with this Anderson upper. I did not put an adjustable gas block in it. I just, like I said, put lighter springs and worked the load up so it wasn't too gassy, and it seems to function 100% at that load. We've got about 200 rounds through it. The only thing I did change on this Anderson upper was I put an Arrow breech charge handle that I had laying around from another build that I think it might have been that same one I used to run on the 10.5-inch upper on. But it fits in there very well, works fine, no issues. This is the factory upper. It came with a bolt, it came with a mil-spec charge handle. Like I said, I did change it out. Other than that though, this thing has ran great. I'm extremely impressed with this. I've heard a lot of people talk about Anderson and fitment issues. I have not had any with this. This fits on this lower very well. There's very little wobble at all, which you can hear. I mean, it's super light as far as the amount of travel on that. I do have this on my Spikes Honey Badger lower. This is the one that says safe fire and don't give a shit. I just thought it was funny like 8 years ago when I built this gun, or built a lower originally, and it's been in the same configuration ever since. It's probably got 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 rounds to it because I've had different uppers on this. It's ran great. I do have the SB Tactical brace on it, and I have the Hollow Sun. I believe that one is the 503 CU. Yeah. But for a short compact package, especially take this off and just leave the muzzle brake on it. I got the Griffin muzzle brake on the 7.5-inch barrel here. I just pop it on there, thread it, and she's ready to rock. I mean, this is a nice, like I said, without the can, it's super short. And I have not even tried to fire this without a can yet. I'm not sure if my load will run without a suppressor. I know it runs with this suppressor, and it also runs with my Liberty Cosmic. So your mileage may vary on using the load data that I was talking about. I usually don't like giving out load data on here, but I was not really too worried because it's not over factory spec. It's not under factory spec. It's everything you can find in a book or online. I just figured it might be easier for somebody else looking for a load for a 7.5-inch barrel, because I was searching pretty hard to find a load specific to a 7.5-inch barrel 300 black, and I couldn't find it. Everything was either 16-inch or a 10-inch upper, and I was like, I want that short, short barrel load. So like I said, 11.5 grains of CFE black for me has worked out perfect, and I did use a Magnum rifle primer, which is what the load calls for. As far as accuracy, I really didn't I'm not building a bench rest gun. At 25 yards is about where I sighted it in at. The groups were less than an inch, and I was able to ring steel at 100 yards and 200 yards. Now at 200 yards, I did have to elevate the gun quite a bit and shoot about 5 feet over top the target to hit, because there's quite a bit of drop with a 220 grain bullet that's only going 1,000 feet per second. Doesn't matter the shape of the bullet or what type it is, you're going to have some drop because that's very low velocity for that heavy of a bullet. But up close, it's great. I freaking love this thing, man. It's like I said, so far has been great to me. We're going to keep shooting it. My wife really likes shooting it. The recoil is, it's very light. I think it's actually lighter than her 9mm PCCs are, which she loves those. It's definitely a lighter recoil than my 45 PCCs. So, I mean, if you're looking for something that's light recoil and quiet and you got a can laying around, just pick up one of these Anderson uppers, man. Throw it on a lower that you got, and it's a pretty fun setup. And I'm not sure how this is going to run with factory 300 Blackout ammo. I don't buy factory ammo for anything really. So, like I said, everything I run's a reload, and your mileage will vary on the dependability you get with factory ammo using this. But if you got any questions about this, drop them in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, stay safe, and let's take back our Second Amendment.